All right. See how well we do. Or bad we do.
Lot of bounce on both blue lines here, and we are about set to drop the puck here at center. The Nighthawks win the draw, and they'll start on the attack. He's got a step! Makes the save!
Oh, and this is a great save.
Oh, wow, look
All
at
right,
this!
let's go.
And that rush
We're
is
trying to.
stopped with a great defensive effort. Drives to the sweet spot! He scores!
The game is played at such a high rate of speed, James, that you have to make decisions quickly, but there's a lack of coverage and a huge defensive miscue that leads to this goal.
The Nighthawks have struck first here in period number 1, although it comes a little late.
It's late, it's deep in the first period, but it doesn't matter. Timing is everything, and when you get the first goal, you're on the board, you've got the confidence, you've got the momentum.
Oh, he almost got it.
Well, he had the goaltender beat, James. Quick release, and it just goes off the post and out. That's an unlucky bounce.
All alone! That's not going to fool him. Takes the feed from his own end. The Nighthawks gain possession along.
Well, that's good. And to avoid copyright, I should probably remove the music. So
stick and comes up with the puck. Picked up along the boards by Reinhart. Cutting to the front of the net. Oh, smart heads up play to poke that one away. Reinhart's working it around in the corner. The Icebreakers take it along the wall. And makes the save. And his goaltender's not going to like that one as he scores, putting it into his own net.
James, how surprised do you think the goaltender is? He just spins around and tries to clear the puck, and he fires it past the tender.
The Icebreakers finally get the game's first goal here in the late goings of this frame. What are they doing right here, Cheryl?
Well, I think they're being aggressive, James. I mean, they've got that attack mentality. They're not sitting back, and now that they put one in, it's about staying the course. They'll need to get to this intermission and talk about continuing to push towards that end goal.
Kaiser's got the puck, and he's going to hang on. Here in the late going of the frame, 1-0 is where we sit at this point. Puck is dropped, and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. He's got a little jump. All around. Here he is on the backhand. Puck scooped up by Smith. And he can't hang on after that hit. The Nighthawks have it against the wall. Can't hang on to the puck after taking a knock. Fires it. Oh, and I think that goes off the mask. And it stays out, and play continues.
Shooters work so hard in practice of getting the wrister off fast and hard, James, and this goaltender, he gets across quick and makes the stop.
Moves the puck along the half wall. Grabs the puck in the corner. And that was stopped. Ref blows the whistle as the puck's covered up. Puck possession so critical. Another face-off coming up here. And they'll start with possession. Cutting to the slot. And that pass goes off a stick. The Nighthawks carry it along the wall. Nearing the point. Here he is, in close. Great save from in tight.
I'm not sure how he kept up to that shot right from the slot area, James, but man, he flashed the leather. He made the save, no rebound to boot.
The Icebreakers take possession off the faceoff. He might have a step here. He's in the clear. Oh, fantastic goal!
Great play from start to finish as he executes with some great speed to break away from the pack. And then it's all about the execution. When you're one-on-one with a goaltender, you bring yourself back to your practice days and you use your move.
Here's an odd man rush. From his own end, he picks up the puck. Hammers it on net. And just got a piece of it to keep it out. Oh, spectacular save on the play.
Just fantastic work by the goaltender, making consecutive saves. How athletic.
Reinhart's known to bring the offense for his team. Harvey's the full package when it comes to skating and shooting at the same time. His make-it-snappy zone ability makes his shots so hard to catch up to. I'll be watching closely to see if one of those players can give their team the edge. Now back to you.
Reinhart's got it into offensive territory. Moves the puck. The Nighthawks will play it in their own end. 2-on-1, here we go! Denied on the play, oh wow! And he takes a shot, and the goaltender comes up with a piece of it to keep it out of the net. Trying to gain a step. He's clear! He scores! Oh, that was gorgeous!
Anytime you're in the grade A scoring chances and you're funneled tight to the net, you want to make sure you get a quick release shot off. There's coverage there. It's all about accuracy at that point, and he doesn't miss.
The Icebreakers take possession here in the open ice. Quick shot! Scores! Puts it in the back of the net, and that's how you light the lamp!
He lights the lamp as he buries that one, James, but he knows He has confidence, and he shows just that in that battle. Execution, that's how you do it.
Here in the late goings of the period, the Icebreakers are on the cusp of making this a blowout, leading by 4. And now it's grabbed by Lee. Puck grabbed by Reinhardt. Textbook poke check by Smith. Breakaway! Scores! Oh, what a finisher in close!
Well, it's point blank, James, and he is known for this shot. He works to get in tight, and when he gets an opportunity in that area, he simply doesn't miss.
There's no way.
The Nighthawks have manufactured a lot of chances here in this first period, but they still find themselves trailing late. Saunders wins the draw at center. Taking, cuts into the paint, and there's another stop.
They make some consecutive saves there. He's got
Scores! And he did it again. It's a night to remember. Wow!
Oh, he's having himself a game, isn't he, James? He's flying around the ice. I mean, if I'm the coach, I'm just telling his teammates, get him the puck. Love this goal, James. It's effort and skill all wrapped into one. He's stumbling. It almost looks like he's going to fall. But he uses that core athletic ability to hold on, find the puck, and get a shot off. That shot fools the goaltender. He's on the board.
Officials are set. Players seem ready. We're ready to get this thing back underway. And gets a little boost to come up with the puck from off the wing with both centers tying up. It's in! He scores!
You kidding me? 2 goals in 10 seconds?
Quick response back-to-back here, and the team is humming.
Man, talk about putting your opponent on their heels. Man, is he ever flying, James? It looks like everyone else is in quicksand, and he is moving. He gets on his horse. He's in all alone, one-on-one with the goaltender. He doesn't freak out. He doesn't panic. Shows a ton of confidence and lets that shot rip.
The Nighthawks win the draw here in the neutral zone. The Icebreakers gain possession in their own end. In all alone! Scores! What a finish in all alone!
Wow, it isn't easy to score against these tenders, in particular in these one-on-one battles, but he fakes and is able to bury it in the back of the net. Man, has he ever had his legs tonight. Look at him break away from the pack. He's in all alone. It's a one-on-one battle, James, but a little bit of a pause there to get the goaltender to bite, and then he puts it in the back of the net.
Saunders takes possession after that center ice face-off. And he's ridden off the puck. Hangs on to the puck after taking a hit. Quick feed to Reinhardt. The Icebreakers played along the boards. From the point, looks to make something happen. Yeah, they score!
No. It was no 15 minutes ago. It was no now. Like everything.
After testing over 50 AI models, we finally found the one that can create realistic characters, and they look so real that it's actually scary.
I do something for the front line.
Great faces. Faceless human issues. We were with the first possible figure. They often shared with my pre-Asian ideas. But in this video,
The problem with this is that you don't have 50 different YouTube channels.
Manchester United might finally be finding some consistency again. With Michael Carrick stepping in and winning 7 of his last 10 games,
So right here is every bit I've done so far with the Justice League getting full, including some individual fights for members of the Justice League, plus some huge announcements. I'm going to make more short forms like these videos on my channel. You'll now be doing these types of videos.
there's
So that
a
money.
sense of stability starting to build. If anything, I think this is what fans been missing, which is results from them giving this team like that. They got me thinking, when was the last time Manchester United actually won like a something like this? It goes back to 2013. This is the last time they won the Premier League, and honestly, it lines up perfectly with one of my favorite ever cornerstones, FIFA 13. Let's go back and revisit that squad. It's what made them feel so different. How the hell is a season into this United career? It's all big, it's both working. Much of Vidic came in the back line, provided that physical, reliable presence in defense. Like characters in the midfield, the control the tempo, and took all the little things that made the team work. Maybe even laid the foundations for what we're seeing right now from him as manager. Shouldn't be our attack. He was playing just behind the striker for that relentless work rate and ability to impact on the part of the game. And then there was Robin Van Persie, one of the biggest transfers of that summer, moving from Arsenal to Manchester United. A move that truly paid off. Outside of taking up the squad brings incredible depth, not experienced key, both a high rating and strong potential. Shinji Kagawa had just arrived, adding another creative option in attack. And then you had Chicharito, who always seemed to find a goal coming off the bench. As we head into the season and get through some preseason fixtures, the board has made their expectations very clear to us. They want success across every competition. They expect for us to compete for trophies immediately. But I also have a few personal objectives that I want to accomplish. Winning the Premier League is the main goal. It's the reason I wanted to make this video. If the squad was able to do it 13 years ago, then we should be able to do it again. I also want to build this team around Robin Van Persie. If we can lead him to a golden boot just like he achieved in real life, that would feel like we're doing this save the right way. At the same time, I don't want this to be an exceptional creation of history. The shape things up and make a realistic transfer to the squad. We're $25 million to spend, and I want to invest all of it into one player. That player is Toni Kroos. Today, he's a household name, one of the best midfielders of his generation, especially because of what he accomplished at Real Madrid. But FIFA 13 is still leading, working to establish himself as a consistent starter. And what makes this interesting is that he was actually very close to joining Manchester United. There was a verbal agreement in place, and it ultimately fell apart after David Moyes was sacked. It raises an interesting question. What if that move had happened earlier? What if Toni Kroos had joined Manchester United under Sir Alex Ferguson with stability and clear system already in place? Would that change United's future over the next decade? Or does it end up changing Kroos' career? Either for the better or for the worse. Kroos himself said in an interview with Sport 1 that in 2014, before he joined Real Madrid, he already agreed to join United from Bayern. His interview with David Moyes, everything was in place. He genuinely felt like the move was set. But then everything changed. Moyes was sacked. Louis van Gaal came in, and just like that, the deal fell apart. Kroos even mentioned that both sides essentially stepped away once that change happened. And that's where things took a completely different turn. While United were resetting and trying to figure things out, Madrid saw the opportunity, ultimately pulled the Santiago Bernabeu, combined with Carlo Ancelotti reaching out during the World Cup, ended up being enough to bring Kroos to Spain. Plenty of clubs were interested in our own players. The most notable article linking Barcelona and Rooney. The closest this ever came to happening was in 2010, Sir Alex convinced Ryu to stay, and instead of leaving, he became United's.
I'm grateful for many things, and Talkspace Therapy is one of them. Because huge successful brands like Skims, Lemon, and Coffee, they don't guess what's going to sell. They watch what real people think about online. So they're trolling what keeps popping up on Amazon.
It's the 9th of April, 2003. Baghdad burns. Hurricane tanks roam the heart of the city. Statues of Saddam Hussein fill the crowds. The regime is crumbling in real time. Somewhere in another district, Saddam Hussein is standing on the foot of a car, green uniform, smiling, surrounded by a chanting crowd shouting, "With our blood, with our souls, we sacrifice for you, Saddam." Later, he vanishes in the alleyways and never
The sticks are taped, the jerseys are on, and there is no safety net. It is time to do it for real here in the EASHL. Really looking forward to this one tonight. The Icebreakers have won the draw, and we are now underway. Takes the puck. Hard hit, frees up the puck. And that's broken out. The Nighthawks get a hold of the puck along the boards.
They are subsequently
Here we
subjected
go,
to detention
2-on-1.
and later sentenced.
Oh, the pass is out of reach.
This purge eliminates
And the puck
potential
leaves the
rivals.
offensive end. They'll be forced to do it over from center.
Reinforces the Ducks.
The Nighthawks will play it from the defensive zone.
Intense fractures. The next 2 decades, down with Rudy Rock.
And he was ready for that one.
Vision.
Puck is frozen, and we get a stoppage in play.
Reinhardt's a star who can get his squad buzzing offensively. Tommy's good at deflecting pucks, guys, which is a big tip for zone ability, and that's how he can put them past the goalie. I'll be watching these two players to see if one of them can really shine for the
Desire
team
to
tonight,
seize the
guys.
oil-rich Arab majority of Khuzestan province to punish Iran for alleged provocations and its attempts to incite Iraq's Shiite majority to establish Iraq as the undisputed regional hegemon. He believes Iran, ruling from its revolution and eternal purges, was weak and vulnerable, ripe for a swift victory. Saddam's goal is clear: reclaim disputed territories and restore Iraq's glory. The ensuing Iran-Iraq war lasted for 8 years, becoming one of the most protracted and costly conventional wars of the 20th century. Saddam micromanaged the conflict, making strategic decisions that proved costly. As the war became a minor stalemate, his desperation grows, leading to increasingly horrific attacks. This includes the widespread use of chemical weapons, mustard gas and sarin against Iranian human wave attacks. While the US and other Western nations are aware of Iraq's chemical weapons use, they largely downplayed it, viewing Iran as the greater threat. This tilt towards Iraq was a pragmatic yet ultimately short-sighted foreign policy decision. The US, pushed by the Iran hostage crisis, saw Saddam's Iraq as a necessary bulwark against the spread of radical Shiite Islamism. They provided intelligence, dual-use technology, and even agricultural credits, and freed up funds and others.
Saunders wins the draw on their own end. And they're off to the races for the loose puck. And he'll opt to play the puck here. Tries to dangle and the puck skips away. Trying to gain a step. All alone. Buries it for the goal.
So what are you doing? I'll shoot. Shoot.
Combination of chemical agents, including mustard gas, sarin,
Look over his shoulder, and the presence of mind to know where everyone is. Keeps moving forward. And what a finish that is on net.
The Icebreakers finally break through here in period number 1.
It's so important to drop one. It gives you confidence to recognize, hey, we can score on this goaltender, and you take that energy and you head to the dressing room for intermission. You get
Later evidence and investigations confirm the regime's it serves as irrefutable documentation of the regime's willingness to employ chemical weaponry against its unspoken population, elevating international concerns.
If you look at the analytics of the heat map, this is his wheelhouse, right tight to the net. If he gets any time with that puck, he's going to bury it. He's such an accurate shooter.
Getting into the later stages of this period, we are all tied up in this one.
laying moral groundwork for future international interventions. August 1990 was a critical turning point in Saddam Hussein's relationship with the United States and the international community. Flushed with a massive battle-hardened yet financially crippled army, Saddam made his most devastating miscalculation. He turns his gaze south and invades his tiny oil-rich neighbor Kuwait. This wasn't just about the disputed oil fields or his political grievances. His Congress finances by Iranian rock burn into his mind. Because Kuwait was slapped into shared oil fields and immediately the walls he felt concerned. He fundamentally misread the international community, particularly the United States. He genuinely believed that the US, having tested his momentum against Iran, independent on Gulf oil, stand by and then redraw the United States. President George W. Bush immediately condemns the invasion, viewing it as an unacceptable challenge to international law and a direct threat to global oil supplies. The invasion violates established international norms, places a significant portion of the world's energy resources under control of a single unpredictable actor. The US swiftly organized a broad national coalition, securing United Nations Security Council resolutions demanding Iraq's additional withdrawal and imposing comprehensive sanctions.
Saunders gains possession at center ice. Look at this!
Operation Desert Storm initiates the rapid deployment of a massive military force to Saudi Arabia, building towards a potential military confrontation. This event directly transforms Saddam Hussein from a pragmatic regional actor into a direct and immediate military adversary of the United States and its allies. Following Iraq's defeat and withdrawal from Kuwait in 1991, Saddam Hussein's regime was subjected to a comprehensive set of United Nations Security Council resolutions, and Saddam was accused of possessing weapons of mass destruction. Despite not having enough evidence, these accusations, primarily made by US President George W. Bush, led to the invasion of Iraq. On March 20, 2003, a US-led coalition, without explicit UN Security Council authorization for this specific action, launched Operation Iraqi Freedom, initiating the full-scale invasion of Iraq. The military campaign was characterized by its swiftness and overwhelming superiority, employing a shock-and-awe strategy designed to rapidly dismantle Saddam Hussein's regime. Iraqi military resistance, weakened by years of sanctions and internal purges, within Saddam's structure, largely collapsed. On April 9, 2003, Baghdad falls on Polish forces. This is where the iconic statue of Saddam Hussein in Trafalgar Square is topped by a piece with his distance of US troops, symbolizing the collapse of his rule. However, Saddam himself is not found in the regime's captured or killed leadership. He disappears, becoming a high-value fugitive. This disappearance initiates an extensive, continuous management by Polish forces. They knew that capturing Saddam was of the essence. This absence cast a significant shadow over the initial perceived victory. For several months following the invasion, Saddam Hussein's whereabouts remained unknown. His continued freedom presented a significant psychological and strategic challenge. As long as he remained at large, he represented a potential rallying point for burgeoning insurgency and a symbol of unresolved conflict. It was far from a simple search. It was a complex, intelligence-driven operation, codenamed Operation Red Dawn.
Dang it!
Thousands of soldiers, punched analysts, and civilians.
Well, he's in close quarters, James. That's what he's known for. He gets that
I was distracted.
Head is up and he buries it in the back of the net.
This extended travel network. US-led coalition distributed effective targets, entering the
And they've got the puck after that neutral zone face-off. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Norris. Gets a hold of the puck here at his own end. Here they come through center and into the offensive end. Now he takes it over the line. The Icebreakers have it in the offensive end. Tremendous stop by Raymond.
He reads his play perfectly, James.
Goodness, it's a night for the ages on his part.
It really is, James. He's playing with such confidence. And every time he takes it to the net, you know that he's not going to be denied. It's in him. He's attacking and he's buzzing all around the ice.
Relying on small, loyal serve, persistence and concealment.
Saunders wins the draw inside the neutral zone.
Particularly his personality
Fires him on the play.
This is
Ball trying to shake loose. He's clear. What a stop on the breakaway. Saunders takes it inside his own end. Big save by the goaltender once again.
Well, he has been under.
2-on-1. Here we go.
Maintaining a close connection.
who had facilitated Saddam's concealment. U.S. forces had identified him as a key individual who likely knew Saddam's whereabouts. Persistent intelligence efforts, they were able to capture and begin the interrogation, later securing Al-Muslim's corporation.
Well, he does a great job of exploiting the weakness of the coverage, and he finds a way to break away from the pack. He's in on the breakaway, James, and what a battle it is. It's one that he wins, and he drives the puck home.
And off the draw, they win the face-off.
The identity of Saddam's primary bodyguards and the direct
And I think
location
there's going to have to be an extra stoppage in play here as they collect all of the hats on the ice at home.
2003, at approximately
How many
8:30
times have we
p.m.
seen him
local
score
time,
from here, James? In tight to the net. He doesn't need much time. All he has to have his hands ready, and he'll bury it.
The Icebreakers get a hold of the puck in the open ice. And he hangs on just as time runs out.
The initial surge of the primary compound yielded no immediate result. The entrance was covered by pieces of styrofoam and rubber, carefully disguised to blend into the surrounding
And you know, it's
terrain.
really important,
This
James,
was
that they
the
take a moment to
Spider-Hole,
celebrate
a
it and
true
embrace it. I
trap
mean,
dugout,
wins
roughly
go
6 to
by
8 feet
too
deep, designed
quickly,
to
and when
evade
it's the
detection.
first ever, you have to find a way to appreciate the moment.
Laid down when a lone man appeared. Inside his confined subterranean space was Saddam Hussein. With his thick accent, he said, "I am Saddam Hussein, the president of Iraq, and I am willing to negotiate." He offered no resistance upon discovery. The subsequent medical examination inside
Hope you had as much fun as we
this
did here
capture
tonight, and we
executed
will
with
see
precision
you
and without a
the
single
next
shot
time.
fired
At
to
least
a
we hope
dramatic
so.
conclusion
From
of
all
nearly
of us here at
9
EA
minutes.
Sports, take
The
care,
images of his
everyone.
capture, showing him being examined by medical personnel, beard and hair disarrayed, and a seemingly resigned expression, were rapidly disseminated globally. They provided irrefutable visual evidence of his capture, a powerful contrast to his once imperious pup.
Taking more meds. Step counts high. But your high blood pressure?
The persona. Following his arrest, Saddam Hussein was transferred to a coalition custody. It was soon decided that he would be tried by an Iraqi court, leading to the creation of the Iraqi Special Tribunal, later renamed to the Supreme Iraqi Criminal Tribunal in December 2003. The tribunal was conceived as a hybrid court, blending elements of Iraqi and international law, designed to try former high-ranking members of Saddam's regime for alleged crimes against humanity. The trial began with the Dujail case. The Dujail trial commenced on October 19, 2005. The charges focused on the retaliatory killings of 148 Shiite men and boys from the town of Dujail. Following an assassination attempt on Saddam in 1982, Saddam Hussein, along with 7 co-defendants, faced charges of crimes against humanity. Throughout the proceedings, Saddam consistently challenged the legitimacy of the court, refusing to recognize its authority and frequently interrupting the proceedings with impassioned speeches, often using the courtroom as a platform to assert his continued legitimacy as the president of Iraq and to condemn the American occupation. He frequently questioned why international figures involved in the 2003 invasion were not also on trial. On November 5, 2006, after more than a year of proceedings, Saddam Hussein was found guilty and sentenced to death by hanging. He refused to show any fear. He was defiant to the very end. Just before dawn, on December 30, 2006, Saddam Hussein was led to the gallows. It was Eid al-Adha, a sacred Muslim holiday. He resisted putting on a hood, requesting it to be removed. He exchanged words with his executioners, reminding them that Iraq would be nothing without him. Then he recited the Shahada. The floor beneath him dropped before he could finish. The camera documenting the moment captured the final chilling seconds. The man who once ruled Iraq was gone. The execution of Saddam Hussein closed the chapter, but it didn't bring the peace many had hoped for. The power vacuum left behind ignited a brutal sectarian conflict that plunged Iraq into years of violence and instability. The very divisions he had suppressed with such brutality now exploded to the surface. Hussein's legacy remains a complex, divisive one. He was a ruthless leader who committed crimes against his own people. Yet, he held Iraq together, preventing it from fracturing along sectarian lines. His death was a victory for justice, but its aftermath was both the perilous challenges of nation building. The hunt for Saddam Hussein lived in a dusty spider hole, and his life concluded on the gallows. The ripples of his...
If your AI character images look like this, instead of this, in 2026, you're wasting your time and money on the rough tools. One selfie now generates 1,000 hyper-realistic images. No plastics.
fetus. But I did just want to like kind of finish up with her and then hold already. At which point an AV would be necessary if that is the procedure required to save mother.
So, when we're talking about I recommend definition in the intentional termination of intrauterine pregnancy resulting from so, if in other words miscarrying, I have no issue with the removal of the remains of the child, although I, prefer they try to keep the child as intact as possible, rather than to, tear that body apart. I have no issues with that. Obviously, if my health risk was made, we need to get septic, where it can even just be rotting tissue, which makes that flows around the system, it's a lot harder to remove for those levels. You've got no two problems there. I'm talking more specifically where this is going to be a living child, living mother. What is going to necessitate the abortion process? What is the abortion going to cure?
At that point, I would have to, in order to fulfill my response to make sure I answer your question properly, I'd have to ask if a medical reason determining that the abortion of the child is necessary for the life of the mother is not an adequate reason, or some situations where abortion might be necessary, what would be a situation or reasoning that you might consider, okay, that seems necessary?
So, in my perspective, what is going to be necessary? If they were both alive, then one is going to be
yeah, sort of like the abortion trolley problem.
So, if I were to, I would probably allow for self-defense, but I would, personally, I would urge the self-sacrifice principle. And this is just going to be sort of hypothetical as to what's safe and so on. Issue is going to necessitate taking
you know what? I mean, to be completely fair, you know me, I'm always trying to exercise different sides of an argument, but me specifically on this particular argument, I'm sort of right along with you. The mother should exercise a little bit of self-sacrifice.
Change, but get the memories erased. Cause you know what life is, extremely divisive. It's fraudulent rage for you to trim your sides with young, dumb, living off mum. That's a line from a friend that I thought I should bump. Not all the words my own, but I don't want you to judge. I thought inspiration was all about fun. Life's been eating me up, it's poison my cup. And if I leave the house, I'll get hit by a truck. In the world of normal people, I'm among kids. Painted on the faces of the thing that I'm the way that I dress, the people the way I express, the things in my head. I don't go to the bar, I sit in the dark, I play the guitar, I stay in my house, I put on my sounds. The neighbors tell me to turn it down slow. People go, people high, people low, people stay, people change, people lie, people don't. I don't fulfill my potential, 'cause everyone around me so
One team set for their maiden voyage here in the EASHL. Hi everybody, I'm James Cybulski. Welcome to a fun night here on EA Sports.
One little burst in the your head start. That makes less the most competitor didn't even open until 17 years later. By then, NFL already had hundreds of locations. They never franchised. Just like In-N-Out, every single location is owned by the same company. That means all profits stay in-house and any location is the same standard.
Opening face-off just moments away.
They also have to compete with 45,000 mom-and-pop Chinese restaurants.
The Nighthawks get off to a good start as they win the opening face-off. Battle ensues for that loose puck along the boards. Oh, and he tracks it perfectly in the offensive end. Chase right in front. Gets the to keep it out. Offside the call. We'll get a face-off coming up.
Create your own stir fry, only on Uber Eats.
In the final moments of this period, still looking for our first goal. The Icebreakers win it. Moves around along the half wall. Here's a short pass. He's got a little jump. All alone. He scores.
Recently dropped a video of people in my RTG. This kind of went kind of crazy.
Great play from start to finish as he executes with some great speed to break away from the pack. And then it's all about the execution. When you're one-on-one with a goaltender, you bring yourself back to your practice days and you use your move.
Oh, he'll feel all of that after this one. In all alone on the breakaway. Stopped on the breakaway. What a save he made there.
Well, I loved how he challenged the shooter on this, James. He didn't sit back in his net. He came right out to the top of the paint. He said, if you're going to beat me, you got to find room.
Came up with the save on that play. They're like a swarm of bees out here with this pressure.
Next up.
Oh, there's a hit. Picks up the puck.
And into the minutes.
Carries it around. Cutting to the net.
Next. Yeah, they do. And their opponents down on their heels are deflated. They got to find a way to continue with the pressure, be relentless, and try and get another one.
The Nighthawks are now up by 2, and they have really looked like the dominant team that we expected them to be here in this opening frame.
Yeah, they dictated pace right from puck drop, and they've held possession, and it's the reason why they have a majority of shots on goal, and they've been rewarded for their efforts, James.
Denied on the breakaway. Oh, he came up flush there.
Well, he really did. Anytime that you're one-on-one, you got to beat the shooter, and that's exactly what he does.
Denies it in front. Takes a shot. He scores! And he completes the hat-trick.
Well, he's been dipping and buzzing along the ice this entire...
You say you got like a rational, a brain that's rational, but I mean, Newborn babies are conscious.
I don't value them.
No, you said you do. You defined sentience as the ability to feel pain and aggression.
The Nighthawks players have certainly come with a message tonight, and that is attack the net. They have had plenty of scoring opportunities and lead here big time nearing the end of period number 1. Trying to gain a step. He's in the clear. Makes the save.
Oh, and this is a great save, James. The goaltender gets to the top of his crease, makes himself look huge, and is extremely aggressive to be able to make that stop.
Angus in the way. Here's a breakaway. Trot on their feet. He scores. Oh, wow, what a play.
Well, he uses his speed to break away from his opponent and reads exactly what the goaltender is giving him to be able to convert. What a beautiful play.
The Nighthawks have been the better team so far in this first period. They've had multiple scoring opportunities and as a result have the lead. They take possession as he locks them up off the faceoff. Can't stay on his feet after that hit. Skates to the crease. From the slot. Nowhere for that shot to go through. With the stops. Pokes it away in his own end. Here we go. Scores! And look who's at it again!
Well, you don't replicate these nights very often, James. You got to appreciate them when you get them and continue to pad the stats. Well, it's hard to miss from this distance, but you got to get there and you got to get the puck on your stick. He does a great job of getting in tight.
Nice job tying up his opponent. The Icebreakers take possession of the neutral zone. Here they come on the rush. Goaltender gave up nothing as that hits the outside of the post and will play on.
The Icebreakers can't believe their misfortune as they send one off the post. When you're trailing in a game, you got to find a way to put those ones in and convert your bad luck into some good.
Through the neutral zone, moving the puck along the side. Takes it to the net. And a save in front.
Well, the shooter's in a coveted spot on the ice, right in the middle of it with a good look, and he makes an incredible save by getting square to the puck and turning it aside.
Oh, he saved it! Oh, my goodness, what a score!
That's unbelievable, James. I have no idea how he got to that puck. It's some gymnastics at its finest.
The Nighthawks have it in the offensive zone. Looking to set up offensively. Oh, he saved it! What a stop!
Well, that's desperation at its finest to be able to get to that puck and send a clear message to...
It's a 2-on-1. A little back and forth. From off the wall and onto a stick. And look at that wave. Game on a second here.
I do not think that this is going to count. The official waved it off immediately.
Oh, boy. They've got to be mindful to stay calm. I know the call went against them, but we're about to drop the puck here again. Handles the pass. That's gloved by Kaiser. There's the whistle, and the official is signaling for a penalty shot. Here's the moment of truth. Big save and breathe a sigh of relief. The Nighthawks wanted to generate a lot of offense going into this one. They have succeeded in that game plan already here late in the first. And from off the wing, he comes up with it with both centers scrummed up. Puck picked up by Reinhart. Cuts to the paint. Final minute approaching here in this opening frame. Wagner's opted to hang on to the puck for a faceoff. The Nighthawks have created a lot of scoring chances so far, and they lead it late in this first period. The Icebreakers get a hold of the puck in their own end. And that's taken over the offensive end by Reinhart. Oh, it stops the game.
That's a fantastic sequence of saves there, James. He was so dialed in, he tracked it perfectly.
And the puck skips out of the zone. They'll be forced to tag up. And the puck departs the zone. Carries it into the offensive end up the middle. Skates across the blue line. Shoots in front. Scores. Well, they've got to mount the climb, but they at least have started the escalation.
Well, yeah, they're and up, and it's a long way to go. They're going to have to dig in, put their work boots on if they want to claw their way back into this one, James.
Just here in the late stages of this frame, the Icebreakers still have a long way to go to get back into this one, even though they've finally got some momentum now. They've got numbers to his teammate. Huge play in his own end to come up with the puck. It's a 2-on-1. Oh, what a and they make the most of the time remaining.
Well, it's a buzzer beater there, James, and they are now buzzing heading into the intermission. You know that's carried momentum. They'll have to find a way to start the next period the same way they ended the last one.
Good take,
The
right?
Nighthawks have outshot, outscored, and all around dominated here in this first. The Icebreakers win the face-off at center. The Nighthawks, they've got an on-man rush. Fantastic play to complete the rush. Wow.
Man, has he ever had his legs tonight. Look at him break away from the pack. He's in all alone. It's a one-on-one battle, James, with a little bit of a pause there to get the goaltender to bite, and then he puts it in the back of the net.
The Nighthawks have been rewarded with the lead here late in this first period with all the shots they put on net. And they win that draw at center.
Average internet user.
Takes the feed at center, moves up ahead.
Wait a minute. Sam's now seeing
Passes it on to Reinhardt.
The Roe versus Wade being overturned is
Well, I love that he used his feet and didn't slow down, James. And then it's all about patience and composure, outbeating the goaltender, finding the room and burying it. Looks over his shoulder and the presence of mind to know where everyone is and keeps moving forward. And what a finish that is on net.
The final horn sounds. Well, look at this, Cheryl. They're perfect in the EASHL so far.
Well, it's not often you can say that, is it, James? They get their win and their debut, and that's got to feel good. What does it lift you up? It gives you confidence, and it's a great starting point for this season.
And now, and they naturally. Choice advocates, even a few months ago, were trying to get them to debate, to co-sponsor a debate with Nathan Novus at Emory University. They said, no, we're not going to do that.
Your arguments with their own way. It doesn't make any sense, subjective.
Why do you think that those are subjective?
Because they're relating to principles of right and wrong. And people think that different things are right and wrong depending on their own values. And is that objective? Is that objective, what you're saying right now? What, that the principles that we're like.
Do you believe that just simply because somebody believes that something is right or wrong, that makes it right or wrong?
No, but that's some things subjectively, yeah, there are some things that are objectively true.
Okay. So
that's not true. We all have different morals. Is that objectively true?
I mean, that's
It's objectively true that people have different morals, because I'm pro-choice and you're
just because people have different morals doesn't mean that
one is right or wrong. Yes, I'm agreeing with you on that, but I'm saying you're right. Is it depends on who you're talking about. My wife and I have 3 kids, so we're all pro-choice. So if you ask this type of question, you say, yeah, it's not only say it's right. But if you ask me, you can say no. Because that's what we have to debate, because we're basing off an objective standard. So the question that something is morally permissible, you're going to have different answers depending on who you're talking to. Okay, and then after the instant conversation, we can just end it right here and say, okay, I think you're right. Exactly. Because morality is subjective.
but we all just make morality is not subjective. Just because somebody believes something to be true does not make it true. Just because somebody believes that just because somebody believes that it's morally permissible, that doesn't mean that it is morally permissible.
That doesn't make any sense. Because ancient people's text that is morally permissible to sacrifice people. You believe that's right? Then that's not the way to understand. This makes me starting at $21.99.
Simplifying what you believe is murder, right? And we can test your logic, your line of logic, and see if you actually believe that abortion is permissible, right? We can just walk it down the line of logic. When does life begin? Is it wrong to murder an innocent human life? I'm sure you believe that. And if we could walk you down your internally critique your worldview, I think it's wrong. But you don't believe it's wrong to unalive a child at 7 months in the womb. So what do you value in the child? Just value a space.
So for example, my wife and I have 2 kids, and we want kids, and we plan on having kids, and are financially set up to have as many kids as we would like to have. So when she got pregnant, we want that very desperately, very desperately. So we want you. There's someone that's
History being made here tonight in the EA SHL. Hi, everybody. I'm James Cybulski for EA Sports, their very first game in the league.
Yeah.
We are about set to drop the puck as both centers make their way into the dot. The Icebreakers win the opening face-off, and we are underway on this one. Moves it to the middle. Yes, score!
But when you're in tight to the net, you don't have much margin of error here, and he's able to find the back of the net. It's all about accuracy, not necessarily how hard the shot is.
Here in the late going to the frame, the Icebreakers lead it 1-0. Taken by Lee. There's the whistle. We got an offside. Some last-second communication with the D as centers get ready to drop the puck. And they win that neutral zone draw. Oh, look at this chance. Rocks him. The Nighthawks gain possession. Here's the chance. All alone. Talk about swag on the finish with that one.
He does the work to get to that position on the breakaway, James. And then the pressure is on. You know you don't get these opportunities all the time. A golden one it is, and he cashes in.
Pocket drop, play resumes.
Just because you count your life when you're born. That's it, man. I'm set. Let me just give you one.
Moves inside. And he opts to wait for more support. Here he is, wristed on net. Big save by the goaltender watching that one.
Goaltender spends so much time doing tracking exercises, and it's utilized right here as he knows where this is.
And we take a drive to Quad City as they take the lead.
Well, the lead is in their hands, and now it's about building off of that.
It is arbitrary.
Dictating pace, controlling the offensive zone. Everything now is on the line.
The Nighthawks win the faceoff. Grabbed along the board by Nylander. Now into the offensive zone from the right side. What a goal! All effort.
Well, we've seen it so many times before. He has such a knack to lose coverage in front of the net and in tight, and when he gets the puck on his stick, he ain't missing from there.
Here in the late goings of the period, you can feel the energy in this crowd. It's a tie game. Oh, he'll feel that one. Here he comes, in on the breakaway. Oh, he can't pull the trigger on the play.
Because he skated himself into no.
It's a 2-on-1.
What you value?
Passes it over. Oh, what a save.
If that's the thing that you value.
Now a quick pass to Anderson. And that's stolen by Reinhart.
I understand that.
In close. And he makes that save as well.
Well, you know that he's a fierce competitor, and he battled to make consecutive saves there, James.
Both teams are set. We'll drop the puck here.
That my wife and I wanted children, so when she got pregnant, we were excited.
Anderson's gained possession and his great work inside the face-off circle pays off again. Moves it to the middle. Off a stick, and they can't complete the play. Right up the gut into the offensive end. Across the line. Stop it to play as we get an offside. The Icebreakers with the draw. Lee's exploring options with the puck. Here's a shot. Cross that puck tight into his chest. The Nighthawks have it now.
Yes.
A child.
There's the whistle icing the call.
Wait, yeah, there is a. So, what constitutes?
And then 7 weeks later, that's when I developed in the actual tissue.
Good job handling up his opponent here. The Nighthawks gain control of the puck. Tries to make a move and can't hang on to the puck. From the point, they take control of it. It's a hat trick here on the road.
Well, hold hat for him in a way because it's a business-like approach as he's on the road. He just says, yeah, just bring it. I mean, gets a hattie to boot.
The Icebreakers lead it here late in this first period. And after the draw at center, they've got a hold of the puck. Lee's got it in the defensive end. Right up the gut into the attacking zone. There's a solid collision. And he's got the answer for that one. Puck scooped up by Anderson.
I live in Vermont.
They've got a 2-on-1.
Why would I care what
Slides
game
it across. Oh, stop. Oh, my goodness, what a save. Slides it diagonally. 1-on-1 with the goaltender. Oh, beautiful save of the play.
And you gotta love these one-on-one battles. In particular, the goaltender so aggressive, tracks the puck and makes the save.
The Icebreakers have it now. And here's the pass. Breakaway. Absolutely with the stop.
Oh, you gotta love this stuff, James. The game within the game, and this is
what a shot!
Just a minute between those two goals.
Anybody who just got up for a quick snag is probably looking at the scoreboard going, what happened?
Well, don't blink. The game can change in an instant.
Absolutely.
That's what you call taking advantage of a fortuitous rebound, and you have to be able to smell it and sniff it out because he has great hand-eye coordination to be able to pick that one up and put it in the back of the net.
He's using a different definition.
Here in the late goings of the period, the Icebreakers have all the momentum right now, leading by 2. The Nighthawks take possession after that neutral zone face-off. Along the half wall with the puck. Takes a shot. Oh, what a clutch save there!
Cares what?
Center's gliding up to the face-off dots here. Offense's own face-off, and he wins the draw.
What?
Cruces Wild, that's his second of the game.
Well, he's got 2 tallies on the score sheet, James, but I love his game off the puck as well. I think that he's had a hard nose on the forecheck. He's hounded it, he's hunted it, and guess what? He's been rewarded for his efforts.
And off the face-off, they take possession. They've got numbers here. Nylander's going to put the puck behind the cage. And a stick in the lane deflects that one away. Tries to feed it over to Nylander. Oh, he shot that one.
I can't move.
Oh, that was a beauty.
A pair of goals just 20 seconds apart.
And in a flash, we are all tied up.
That shows you how quickly the game can change. You never give up because you never know what's going to happen.
Game on.
Well, you have to be an accurate shooter if you're going to score goals in tight, James, because you get closure quickly. You got to find a way to have pinpoint accuracy. It's a game of inches, and he doesn't miss.
It doesn't follow it.
Good stand-up hit on the play. And now he angles it across. He's got a step. Oh, what a move. And struck on the... And look at that penalty coming up.
When you're on a breakaway, you have to be able to get the shot off, and he gets taken down from behind. The tripping call is going to lead to the penalty shot.
And here he comes from center. And nearing the front. Oh, comes up clutch and goal.
That's a bit of a waiting game. You got to outwait your opponent. He does a great job. He reads exactly where the shooter's going to go with that one. And he makes a beautiful save.
The Hawks win the draw, and they go on the attack here in the offensive zone. And that's returned by Nylander. Lee's loading the puck. And sends it just out of reach. Slides it over with pace to Raymond. All alone.
Thanks for the night attack program. They really should understand the inherent toll it's going to have on her mental, physical, and even financial.
Nylander's got
So
it along the
they
board.
understand that this is just such a very similar decision, and it will be more than possible for us to say that to sustain this life.
Jody read a ChatGPT script.
Okay, so why does bodily autonomy make abortion morally permissible? Because we acknowledge nothing. That's not what I said. Did you listen to the words that I used?
special moment for a player and athlete here, James, but to do it at home and have all of those packs flying on the ice, it's a pretty special one.
The Nighthawks are making the most of their opportunities here in this opening third with the early lead.
Yeah, it's been back and forth play here, and they've competed. James, it's been a good game, but now they get the go-ahead goal, so they can play with more confidence.
Stopped by the goalkeeper.
Okay,
He got
so
a little piece of
the
that
beginning,
one.
you said abortion was morally permissible because we acknowledge that majority of abortions occur.
I have no idea, James. I mean, he was down and out,
Yes,
but profound athleticism and desperation got him back in to make it. As we look at that last save again, James, it is absolutely incredible and
The
so
majority is
impressive to
something.
see a goaltender just out-battle and out-will his opponent to find the puck.
Swung in off the wing to grab the puck after the center tied him up. Oh,
Yes, I did.
the whistle buzzed
Just
off,
as many
big
points.
save. There's the horn, and that's the hockey game. I think the operative words here, growing pains, kind of summing up the performance of this squad's debut in the EASHL.
Well, it's all about process and trusting that process, James. It was a little scrambly out there at times, and that's pretty normal when you're coming into your first game, trying to figure out your line mates, your teammates, and eventually that'll come. But they just got to stick with the game plan, and eventually they'll get there.
They are solely independent. I mean, the fetus cannot. We cannot take out a 6-week-old fetus and let it live its life until it's made on its own and let it be looking for us. It's not solely dependent. I'm finished with this.
I think that letting these children into this world and taking forward.
Okay, cool. So, I just lost my train of thought. So, first of all, they're not a fetus in the first 6
I
weeks.
will not be silent. I will not be silent.
Yeah, fetus slash psycho. Yeah, scientifically. When most elective abortions happen again, they are fetus. Can I finish my sentence? So they're scientifically, biologically, they are not a fetus at 6 weeks. So I don't know why you're trying to correct me, but that is what's in everyone. Okay. Still even more so independent. This doesn't change the dependency of life.
As Plato's and Socrates
Can you
said,
track the conversation?
with actual permanent.
Okay, so they are solely dependent. Solely dependent. I don't know. Would be one conversation. Wait, like, it's so rude to just interrupt people's conversation. Okay, so they're solely dependent. Solely dependent on one state. Why does that matter? Why does dependence? That's not true. You get one to a community.